Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I hope you guys are doing wonderful. I'm back. Today I have an interesting video for you. Today I want to talk about Olight and their brand new release of the Obulb. Now this is very, very cool. I had a prototype that was sent to me and I love it. This thing is cool. So we're gonna take a look at this new release. These currently are going for $20 on the Christmas flash sale. So if you see this video and you still have enough time, I highly recommend picking this up, because if you don't, the price is gonna go up to like 36 bucks. They come in 3 different colors, and when I say colors, I'm talking about the bottom section here. You can get it with red, green, which you see here, or gray, which is kind of like the one that they sent me as the prototype. So let's go ahead and open this up, but before we do that, let's take a look at the run times. It basically has 4 different modes of operation. You have white light on high, which is 55 lumens, that'll last for 3 hours. And then you have white light on low, which is 3.5 lumens. That'll last for 56 hours. That's 2.33 days. Then you have a red setting, which is 7 lumens, which will last for 7 hours. And then you can have a flashing red mode, which is 7 lumens, and that'll last for 30 hours. That's 1.25 days. This has a rechargeable battery already installed in the light. It is a 630 milliamp hour battery. This is impact resistant down to 1.5 meters. It's IPX7 waterproof, which means this guy can go completely underwater with no problems. The diameter of this ball, or Obulb, is 2.13 inches. It weighs 1.94 ounces or 55 grams. It has a magnetic charger, so on the bottom of the bulb, you can charge it magnetically. Very cool. It also comes with a metal badge, which has 2-sided adhesive, so you can stick that little metal coin to any surface, and then you can attach the Obulb magnetically to whatever surface you want to connect this thing to. So it also comes with a magnetic charger, which is the same charger that you can use on all of your other Olights. It's an MCC1, so it will charge the lights at 1 amp. So very cool. Let's go ahead and open this up. I'm so excited because the one that I had 3 modes of operation, and the released version here, they've added an additional mode of operation, so it has low. So very cool. So we're going to take a look here. The first thing that we see is a little yellow card, and it's basically saying congratulations on your new Olight Obulb, and it's talking about charging this thing first, and it's also telling us that this comes from the factory in lockout mode, so we'll have to push and hold for a couple of seconds to unlock the light. So let's go ahead and pull this off, and right here you can see there's a nice little piece of plastic around it. It says your new Obulb will keep things bright when you need it the most. Welcome to the Olight family. Very cool. I like the way they packaged this. Look at that. Nothing left in the box. Right here it talks about how to turn the thing on. So, and it's magnetically connected to the box here. That's pretty cool. So how does it look in reference to the prototype that they sent me? Looks pretty much the same, except the prototype didn't say Obulb on it anywhere. So very cool. And now in here we have a couple different accessories that I want to show. There's the owner's manual, but I'm not going to really read that. I've already pretty much told you all the specs of the light. There is the MCC1 charging cable. So you can plug this into your wall outlet, your battery bank, laptop, computer, anything like that, and plug this to the back of the light. It just goes on there magnetically, just like it does on all the flashlights from Olight. And then this little portion right here will turn green when charging is complete and red when the device is charging. So I think that's super, super cool. Now right here is the little coin. This coin comes with, like I said earlier, double-sided adhesive. So you take this little thing off, and you can stick this coin to whatever you want. Maybe you want to put it on some drywall or wood or something like that. Then what that coin will do is it'll allow the Obulb to connect to that. So it's very, very cool. I think it's cool that they include that. And if you want to talk about the price of this thing being 20 bucks right now, that's super cool also, because the charger alone is like 14, 15 bucks just for a charger. So you're almost getting the light for free. So straight out of the box from the factory, I'm going to push and hold that thing down. You can see that the light turns on. When you first get your Obulb, it'll be in lockout mode. So when you push the switch, you see there that it doesn't actually turn on. It's just when you push the switch, it does its thing. To unlock the light, you just push and hold for 2 seconds, and then the light will turn on. So let's say you want to turn the light off, but now you want to lock the light because maybe you're going to throw it in a bag or something, you're going to travel. So again, we're going to push and hold. We'll see the light come on. We keep holding until the light turns off. Then we let off the button, and then we are back in a lockout mode. So very cool function that this Obulb has. And it looks like we're in low mode. Now if I want to cycle through the modes, it's just like all the other Olights. We're going to push and hold, and we'll cycle through the modes. There's high, there's red, there's flashing red, back to low, back to high. Now let's say that high is the setting that we like. Cool thing about the Obulb is if you turn the light off and you turn it back on, it has a memory to the last mode that was accessed. So let's say I like the red light. Again, turn the light off, turn the light back on, and it's right back where you wanted it. So in my case here, I'm going to leave it on low and just turn it off. So I'll tell you something quite interesting right now. When I look at these Obulbs, it reminds me of my childhood, because when I used to go over to my grandpa and grandma's house, they used to play a popular board game called Trouble. And you had this little ball on the game, and you would hit that ball and it would roll the dice for you. And that's what this reminds me of. It's very, very cool. I think these are really cool. Now the one that I had, look, it just had high, red flashing, and then back to high. So I really like that when they sent me the prototype, I was able to give them some feedback, telling them that I think it would be nice to have a low setting, and I'm glad that they did that, because look at the difference in brightness. And again, if you talk about run times, 3 hours of runtime here on the right, and then on the left, we're gonna get 2.3 days. So that's pretty cool. So if you wanna use this as a night light, that's gonna be super, super cool. Very cool. Another thing that you could do is you could take, if you lose your coin, which I don't think we should, because that's pretty cool. But if you do, if you lose your coin, you could take a flat washer, run a screw through it, and then this will connect to a flat washer too. So any metal object, this thing will connect to, and the magnet's pretty strong. Very, very cool. And it's got like a nice little rubber fill to the bottom of it. It's got like a rubberized fill. Okay, let's take a look and see the IPX7 waterproofness. That thing just drops right in the water and it floats, no problem. Maybe you want to take a bath and you want like a nice little ambient light, you got some soft music playing, you got your candle burning, maybe even not the candle, maybe you just use the Obulb but I think that's super cool. You can put these on your boat. You don't have to worry about them falling out. You want to throw them out in the pool and let the kids go get them. Keep them busy for hours. So as you can see, if we try to cycle through the modes, it clearly passes the IPX7 waterproof standard with flying colors. Okay, as you can see, I'm in a dark room. Let's go ahead and turn on the Obulb. You can see that that thing is on low. So coming off in the distance, you can see clearly if I was using this to get somebody's attention or something like that, even on low, you can see very clearly what's going on with this Obulb. Now if I push and hold and turn it up to high, look at that. You can see a lot better. You can see that I'm actually in the bathroom. Here's the shower. I was thinking it would connect to that, but maybe this bar up top. So it connected to the shower bar. So that's kind of cool. So if you have maybe some emergency lighting or something, power's out or something, you could definitely light up some rooms in an emergency if you had to. Let's take a look and see what it looks like on red. So there's red. Very cool. And let's take a look at the flashing red. There's the flashing red. Kind of disorienting actually. And let's go back down to low and see how much light. The camera does not really justify how much I can actually see. Because with my naked eye here, I can see clearly what's going on. If I had to operate with this, I could definitely see what's going on. And then again, back to high. So I think this thing is really, really cool. I think it does a great job. I really like these Obulbs. I think this is kind of stepping into a new department for Olight, and I think they hit a home run with this thing. I really do. This is a cool, cool product. And the fact that it's magnetic charging with the same charger that you use on your normal stuff is just very cool. And then one more thing that comes to mind as far as an application is if you were out camping and you're in a tent and you're getting ready to go to bed, you could use this as a nightlight. Look at that. Maybe you got to look at your hand or look at a map or something. You don't want to wake everybody up. Very cool. Very neat product. I like that a lot. And that light is 360 degrees. So right here, there's a little metal rack hanging on the wall. So you can put your Obulb on something like that and turn it on for a source of light. So very cool. Go to the higher brightness level. So you're hanging it on a wall piece, and it hangs on there pretty good, no problems. So right now we are looking at a switch on the wall, and you can see the little screws that hold the cover plate on the switch. That piece of metal that screw has is just enough to hold the Obulb. So if you turn the light off, and again that's on low, so those little screws have just enough to hold the Obulb. So if you have an electrical outlet, you've got your plate on these also, and they have the two screws. That's just enough to hold the Obulb. Very cool. There's enough metal there to hold that in place. And then again, you can put it to whatever brightness level you want, and that screw is perfectly fine to hold the Obulb. Very cool placement point. So above the door here, you can see that there's a vent. So even on something like that, as long as that vent is metal, it'll hold the Obulb. Very, very cool option. And again, looking at the hinges on the door, you can hook it there too. So here we're looking at a metal doorknob, and there's plenty there, plenty of meat there to hold the Obulb, and it's pretty strong. So if you want to turn the light on, you just tap the light, push and hold, cycle through whatever mode you want, and then the doorknob itself holds it. So in the bathroom above the medicine cabinet, let's say for example the power's out and I want light in this room, stick it right on that lighting fixture. No problem. Mounts right up. And then again above the shower there's that little vent. you can put it right up there on that vent. And even on corners of drywall, if there's the little metal pieces that are in the corners, in a lot of cases you can stick them there too, and they hold fairly well. So that's very cool. And then that's on the low setting. You just push it to get to the higher setting. So now you have the bathroom able to be illuminated. So here is a shower rack that is in the shower. You could set that thing right there and have light in the shower. Very cool. I mean, this thing can go anywhere where there's metal, and it's pretty strong. There is just a regular wood screw in the wall, in the drywall, that'll hold the Obulb. So if I turn the hall light off, let's see, let's turn this up to high here, and then back off and get all the way down the hall, and you can see the amount of light that Obulb puts in the hallway here. It lights up the whole hall. And then if I walk down there and turn the light off, you'll see how much light we're actually getting. See how dark that is? Pretty crazy. And then again, cycle through the modes. That's pretty crazy. These Obulbs are really, really neat. Very cool. Very cool. Look at that. I can even see myself to the camera, so maybe I'm filming a video or something. Okay, right here, I'm in the kitchen and I've got my Obulb. There's a few places where I could attach this right here in the kitchen. I have a receptacle right here, so I can put it right there to the screw on the receptacle. No problem. Hopefully you're seeing that in the video. Yes, it's in frame. And then right here on the hinges on the doors, maybe I need to do dishes or something and I want some light right there, or on the wine rack itself, that's metal. And then of course this windowsill has the metal corners for the drywall, so I can set that bad boy right there and it connects there, no problem. These things are really light, so it doesn't take a lot to hold them. Let's say this overhead light is out and I need light up here. Well, again, we have this corner here, this edge, that has the metal drywall things in it. So right there, now I have some overhead light. It doesn't really show exactly what the light's doing because it's daylight out right now, but at night, I promise you, you can see this whole area very clearly with this Obulb. Very cool. You can attach it to the appliances. Like right here, we're looking at the refrigerator. Boom, right there on the refrigerator. And then even behind us, if you look right here, for example, say you want to connect it to the stove. You want to do some cooking. Right there on the stove, you can clearly see what's going on. Even on the underside of the microwave, if you want to be right over the dish that you're cooking, stick it right there on the microwave and then you can see clearly what's in that pan. Very cool. I really like these Obulbs. So here's a little hook that has a piece of metal on it. It also has a magnet in it. This will connect to the Obulb, and then from here I can hook it to anything that I wish to hook it to, and then I can have a hanging light. Now in some cases, maybe the power's out, I can take my Obulb with a hook here, and I can attach a hook to the Obulb, and then from here I can hook it right on something to hang it, and then again turn the light to a brighter setting here, and then now I have light in the room. If it was really dark outside, this would definitely illuminate this whole room. I've got my clipboard, and if I turn this overhead light off, you'll see that it might be a little bit hard to see. So I could attach my Obulb to my clipboard, turn the light on, it's in lockout mode here. So whatever brightness I need it to be, now I can carry my clipboard around and I can write whatever I want. And I can see everything very clearly. Okay, I'm outside. Let's go ahead and turn on the Obulb. We're gonna toss that thing down there by my truck. Look at that. Let me see what it does. Still working. It's pretty crazy. This thing's tough. Look at that. Okay, let's take a look and see. I turned it off. There's not really any damage to it. Looks pretty good. So let's turn it on. We'll cycle through the modes. This is the prototype, so this is not the one that I got in the mail. So this is the prototype one, but it's working just fine. Let's toss it. In fact, let me turn this camera all the way around. We're gonna look off in the distance. And that's the street. There's no cars coming, so I'm gonna toss that thing, and that's about 50, 60 feet. Look at that. Rolling, it's rolling down the street. Look at that. That's crazy. It's still on. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. And then the new ones, like I said, they got 4 modes. No problem. All the way down into the garden. And it's still lit up. Very crazy. So what do we got here? Stick it right to the side of my truck. Look at that. That's just crazy. Very cool product. Let's take it inside and let's see how it looks. Okay, we are back from throwing this thing all around, and I can't see any serious damage. I mean, there's some scrapes and scratches and stuff on it, but this thing is tough. A lot tougher than I thought. Now this happens to be the 3-mode prototype. I didn't want to beat up this brand new one, but let's go ahead and cycle through the modes and see how it works. So there it's on. Let's push and hold. It has all 3 modes. And the switch is right here on the bottom. It's very easy to access. You just push it. It's very easy. Now what we'll do is we'll plug this to a charger and see if it's going to charge. Okay, I have actually got MCC3 here, but we're going to go ahead and give it a charge. Look at that. So it's charging and it works. Looks like everything is good to go. I'm very impressed with these Obulbs. These things are cool. Well folks, I want to say thank you for joining me today on this video. I hope you got some good useful information out of it. Please make sure that you're taking a look at the description box down below on this video. I'll put my affiliate link down there, so if you want anything Olight, please use my link. It won't cost you any more, and it'll definitely help me out. If we are dealing with a non-flash sale time, you can use my coupon code of Jiu-Jitsu2000 in combination with the affiliate link, and you will get a discount, and I'll also get some credit for that. So thank you so much. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.